Hello everybody, in this lecture we are going to learn variables in Python. Variables are used for storing data for later use in a program. You can create variables with any name you want using letters, numbers and underscore. Variables name cannot start with a number. As you see here, that way is not allowed way when we want to create our variables. But the other four ways, we can create our variables with these ways. Here, for example, you can start with letter and after that underscore, and you can after that you can use again letters. Here only letters, and that one you can start with letters and after that number. This is also correct way. And the last one is you can start with the underscore and after that you can use a number and also letters. Okay. And something else about variables, when you want to create, Python allows us to use non-English letters also. Okay, if you in your country, if you have some special letters for your language, also you can use these non-English letters. Let's see our examples. For example, here if I say A equals 2 and after that I will press shift enter, as you see I didn't get any error. And now if I say B equals 7, and now here I want to make addition, okay, for my variables. I can say A plus B, and after if I press shift and enter, as you see Python returns me 10 because A is equal to 2 and B equals 8. That means A plus B equals 10. Okay, and after that let's also make division here. I can say B divided by A. Okay, as you see Python returns me 4 because if you make division for 8 and 2, Python will return you 4. Okay, and let's create our variables. How we can do it? Here for example I can use only numbers. Okay, I will say only letters. I will say my number equals 10, and if I press shift, as you see I didn't get any error. That means this is a correct way and want to create our variables. And also let's use underscore with letters. My, and after that number, underscore and number equals 12, and if I press shift and enter, as you see I didn't get any error. And let's also say underscore A equals 5, and as you see I didn't get any error again. And now I want to use letter and also number together. I can say A1 equals 9, as you see I didn't get any error again. And I can say A2 equals minus 78, and this is also correct way. And the other one, let's add some more cells here. I want to say here for example B 3 equals 9. As you see this is also correct way. As I said, here variable names cannot start with a number. Let's check it. If I say 2A equals 10, okay, and if I press shift and enter, as you see Python returns me invalid syntax because we cannot start with a number when we want to create our variables. And something else about variables, we cannot also use symbols when we want to create our variables. For example, if I say %A equals 10, and if I press shift and enter, as you see Python returns me error here because you cannot also use symbols when you want to create your variables. And in this lecture we learned how we can create our variables. For now that's all. See you in the next.